Hey guys, back this time to chat on the Chiefs Patriots game, NFL AFC Conference Championship. Spread opened, let's see, spread opened at Chiefs -3, total 58.5. Still seeing Chiefs -3 with a little extra juice on the Pats side now. Seemingly money's coming in there a little bit, but the total is down to 54.5 or 55 at some places. Um, I got some interesting takes on this game. For one thing, the total going down 4 points is purely due to the weather concern in Kansas City. It will be cold there. Now, I know Kansas City has a little bit of intermittency with regards to predicting weather. I know that it can flutter throughout the week. I know last week, early on in the week, they were projecting mountains of snow during the game. Didn't happen. Um, but regardless, this will be a cold game. I mean, it could, from what I'm seeing, game temperatures could be anywhere from 10 degrees all the way to below zero or about zero. Not even including the wind chill. It will be a cold game in Kansas City, and that's why the total's moving down. If I can chat a bit on my side that I like on the game, so the Chiefs, first of all, are a historically good first half team in the NFL this year. 21.2 points per game um, at home, and the Pats are only scoring 11.2 points per game on the road. It's a pretty large discrepancy. Now the Patriots were 3-5 on the road this year, 8-0 at home in the regular season. Look, I told you guys last week, favorite bet of the week was the Patriots. This time, I'm kind of going to ping pong back to fading New England here. Now, you might be saying, well, why are we going back and forth so often? I'm really looking for spots. This is not a great spot for New England. But what I want to be more clear on is I would be betting the Chiefs first half -1.5 at -124. Now, why not bet the game? Well, my issue is Andy Reid in these types of games has always found ways to, lack of a better, words, fuck things up. Great schemer. He has great numbers over the last few years against Belichick, putting up over 40 points in 3 of his last 4. Now, granted, none of these games that they played were this cold, um, which would definitely lean towards the under due to the weather factor there. But what I am getting at is this: I'm getting a historically good first half team at home, at one of the best stadiums to give a team an advantage at against a team that's really struggled on the road all year. I don't expect that to be you know an anomaly in this spot. Now I get it. Andy Reid it screws things up a bit in the postseason. You got the young quarterback in Mahomes, but I really like this spot for the Chiefs to close out this first half. Um, fairly easily. As far as the game, not going to really touch the game, but I do love the first half Chiefs. Only laying up, a point and a half. Got a 10-point discrepancy between these two teams in the regular season for at home versus on the road. Really like the Chiefs to close that out. Now, if I can just chat on the under here, because I want to give you two player props as well. The under at 54. Now, again, I tell you guys, I bet the number. I liked the under a lot, obviously at 58. I do not like it much at 54.5, and this thing could continue to go south. Um, you know, based on all the media talking about how cold it's going to be. But what is not going down, interestingly enough, are player props. So Pat Mahomes opened when this game started at 322.5 passing yards, under -118. The total's moving down. Its total's moved down 4 points, but Pat Mahomes' passing yards total isn't moving down. Uh, it's very difficult to throw for this number in that type of temperature. I think, regardless of how efficient that offense is and how good it is and how much they get the ball downfield, it would really be to me a complete anomaly if he goes over this number. All the factors say it. I mean, run the numbers. Look at the stats from games that are going to be of similar temperature this time of year. Quarterbacks just don't throw for this amount of yards. I think that both teams are going to try to keep offenses on the field to try to continue to get defenses tired and exhausted. You can really lose your wind quick in weather like this. And, I feel like the Chiefs are going to try to run the ball. The Patriots are going to try to run the ball. And it's going to create less situations for Mahomes to pile up passing yards. Now, Mahomes has been great, especially at home. However, that is a very large number in the cold. I would expect that to trend downward as the week progresses because at some point somebody's going to realize, hey, look, this is a number very high. And as the total's going down, you got to assume, these passing yards aren't going to be there. Or opportunities at least. So I bet that under heavy early at -118, 322.5. Again, in a normal scenario, I wouldn't be against him going over this, but the weather is a huge factor. Got a young kid. Um, Definitely love the under for him in this spot. Now, the other player prop I'm going to give you, and again, this might sound repetitive, but look, I go with what I feel is truly going to work. Tom Brady's passing prop has also not gone down. Now, his prop opened at 291.5. I am still seeing it at 291.5. This is a quarterback that has severely struggled on the road this year. As I mentioned before, the record at 3-5. His postseason record away from Foxborough is 3-4. He just doesn't play as well. In his postseason career, he's averaged a little over 251 passing yards per game. And again, none of which of those games on the road were in temperatures that will be this cold. I just like this whole short dink and dump offense. They'll have to get a lot of yards after the catch to get him over this number. Patriots are really going to try to establish the run, much like Kansas City will. And I just have a situation here where I have two quarterbacks that have player props that are sized properly in a regular temperatured game. This game is going to be frigid cold. So I really like both their unders for their passing yards. Not going to go into the receiving yards or break down certain quarters or games. I'm looking for the two bets I like the most, and that's both these quarterbacks to go under their passing yards. Could this become a shootout? Of course it could. It's just weather like this, and history has shown us that they typically do not. If this does become a shootout, they very well could both go over these numbers. They are just very favorable. Weather is not taking into consideration, the trajectory of these numbers. So definitely going to play those two under. Just to recap quick, again, I want to make this video quicker than the rest have been. Chiefs minus first half, minus 1.5, minus first half. Chiefs first half minus 1.5 at minus 124. Again, going with that historically good first half team. And, as far as why I'm not playing them for the game, a little concerned about Andy Reid's ability to close out games like this. So going to go first half Chiefs. And two player props I like. I like Pat Mahomes under 322.5 passing yards at minus 118. And Tom Brady under 291.5 passing yards at, I think that's also at minus 118. Want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch the video. Check out my breakdown on the Rams Saints game as well. Gave you 3 free bets there. Look, cheers to a potentially good weekend. We've been 16-6 down the stretch in NFL. Subscribe to the channel if you like the video. Comment below. Would love to respond to any comments like the video as well. Again, guys, thanks again and good luck this weekend.